It could be a shootout in West Lafayette. Eric Webster has the preview.
Purdue hosts Wisconsin this Saturday. While Wisconsin is averaging close to 29 points per game this season, Purdue is averaging 31 points per game. The Boilermakers are led on offense by wide receiver Rondale Moore, who's averaging 172 all-purpose yards per game. Badger running back Jonathan Taylor leads the nation in rushing, averaging 151 yards per game. A win would make Purdue bowl eligible for the second straight year under second-year coach Jeff Brom. Wisconsin has won 12 straight against Purdue.
I'm Bill Pollack with the
Welcome to Moving Forward, sponsored by MPW Mocklink TV and Mocklink Internet, online at mpw.org. Each weekday morning, our local talk segment brings you the people who are helping move our community forward. Let's start the show.
Good morning, AM 860 FM 95.1 KWPC. I'm Jordan Davis. Glad to be with you here this morning on this Thursday, November 15th. We are rolling right through the month of November. Before you know it, it's going to be Turkey Day, only a week away. I'm getting excited. Hope you are too. Well, thanks for joining us again here for Moving Forward. Brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water. Say hello to Mocklink Phone, your new local phone company. Fiber customers get it now. Switching is easy, and you can keep your old number. Learn more at mpw.org. Again, I'm Jordan Davis, and I'm joined in studio once again by Pastor Sharon Phillips. How are you this morning, Pastor Phillips?
I'm doing really good, thank you.
Well, we're really excited to have you in. As always, it's a pleasure to get to speak with you, and I know you've got a lot going on because it is Turkey Day here in just a few days. I know you guys are going to be busy, so why don't you just take it away? What's going on?
Well, right now we're getting ready. We started in 1988 and with Everett Rainier at the meat market downtown in Muscatine, and he's passed away since then, but we started by feeding then. And now it's been over 25 years, and we'll do it this Friday. We have wonderful volunteers in there that normally are there and even spend the night because it takes quite a few turkeys and hams because we offer it to the community. Mm-hmm. And so everybody's been wonderful to us and helping us out, and very thankful for the people in Muscatine that are helping with this project because we even do deliveries for shut-ins.
Ooh, so cool.
Yeah, they really enjoy it. So very thankful for this. And also it's hard to believe that when we first started working on Thanksgiving, and we always did it a week before so the volunteers could have Thanksgiving with their family. Gotcha. But we do have the Island Methodist Church bringing in some turkeys that day already cooked on into the Pearl City Outreach between 12:30 and 1, and they can go ahead and have a hot meal then too. There'll be several places that are serving, but you need several places. Mm-hmm. And very, very thankful. At the outreach, we have no kind of federal or state help. We have no paid staff. It's just blessed. We're very, very thankful. Sometimes it dips down to where we say, well, we better pray. Are we going to make it? But it's been going strong now for 25 years. I'm very, very thankful for being able to help people that were hungry. And one thing that I really wanted to bring out today was, we're very thankful for the outreach, but there's so many places. When we first started feeding, there weren't a whole lot of places. Salvation Army has always fed and helped the community, but there wasn't a whole lot of people out there that were doing this. Now we have so many people, but I once said that 1 out of 6 children will go to bed hungry. And a lot of times the parents work, they do the best they can, but time they pay their rent and their lights and gas or their house payment and their car payment, try to put gas in the car and food on the table, they can't do it. But people, they don't want to go out and tell everybody we're having a hard time. When we were just talking yesterday, I was talking to my daughter and how when I was raising my children and there was no money in the church, you just did it by faith, and I was working a job on the side, and how she would go to Muscatine High School, and there was times I couldn't give her, I was like $2 over to get any kind of help. So she would go to school, and a lot of times she had no dinner, and a lot of times she might have had a peanut butter sandwich from there. But what I was impressed about was, because we need this so much in our community, we need to give Muscatine a pat on the back, because there's so many places that are now feeding. And you could say, well, why do you need so many places? Because there's so many people. Right. Even middle-class people aren't making it. And what really touched my heart was Muscatine High School. You know what? The children of today, they are the future of tomorrow, the greatest age that I've ever seen, because I was talking to some people that come in the outreach, and they said, you would not believe this, but Muscatine High School, I think it's the second Tuesday of every month, are passing out food to people that are hungry, which I knew there's many, many people that are hungry. And we'll get them up till 9 o'clock at night wanting a food basket, but we don't have tons of food. You have United Way and they do Operation Rescue, which has been wonderful because we've gotten much more food in there. But the point I'm trying to make about the high school, they are children of integrity. They are the future. They see both sides of it. If a child comes into me or a person, I never say, what is your name? I will not make a child ashamed. Well, now they have a closet where they provide all these things for the children that are, or the teenagers that are in the high school. And they can even have a granola bar if they're hungry, food if they're hungry, bags of blessing on the weekends. See, those were things that I knew in my heart from the beginning. But sometimes people are made fun of or put down because they don't have it. I probably heard every remark under the sun, but it doesn't move me. I know what's out there. But the high school now does once a month where they give out boxes of food that will last 2 weeks. These the school, it's the teenagers in the school, and God bless them, because I had several people say, we hardly had anything in our cupboards, and we went the other night, and it was a wait because there were so many people standing in line. See, when we first started, it's so embarrassing to stand in the line, but they are doing a wonderful job. And he said, I was number 73. And I said, well, how many people were there? He said, I believe they helped 100 people. Wow. And you know, you look at the clothing nowadays, and you look at a lot of the children, the teenagers wearing the holes in their pants and everything, and that's pretty popular. And in my head, it was like, I think they're making a statement saying, I don't look down on you because you don't have as much as me. You are equal to me, and we care about you. And I believe society is changing to care about those that don't have enough. I wanted to just weep when several people told me that they had food. I think it's wonderful for Muscatine. I don't think we realize, you have the MCSA, and where people can go in there and sleep. And at our place, they can come in any hour of the day and get warm. And we have seen a couple people freeze to death, and that should not be so. But now you have Mulford Church. They do a huge food drive, and people say, why do we need so much help? If you just do the math and realize the need of the people, they don't have to be ashamed anymore. They don't have to say, well, this is my name, this is all my credentials. They can walk into some of these places and just be given food free. So I am so thankful, and I am so moved. We need to congratulate Muscatine High School. It's not that, because you can say, well, I've had things said to me, well, I don't believe in giving away things free. No one knows what it's like to not have a bed. We had a boy a few years ago, Jordan, that came to the outreach and put a twin bed on his skateboard and took it home because he had nothing to sleep on. I know it's hard to believe. This is America, and this is going on, but we're doing something about it. And I believe that Muscatine is going to be a role model for all these other high schools to realize no child should be ashamed because they don't have the money to be able to have their meal. But I also heard something else they're doing, that if somebody wants to drop some money in someone that doesn't have anything in their account for them to eat, they're doing it. And what does that say about us? I mean, who would have thought that we're waking up and realizing? And I don't believe it's bringing a person down. Every child must eat properly to be able to succeed in school. Mm-hmm. Because if you're hungry, you can't think right. You can't even sleep right. So I say, God bless Muscatine, Iowa. I'm moved. I'm impressed. I'm moved by the ones that came along for Friday night to want to help and making pies and bringing in hams and turkeys. I see that everyone is seeing the need, and I'm very thankful. And I also, before I end, I want to thank you for allowing me to talk about Jessica Faye's Closet, because we had somebody that even called us from Chicago and said, I'm very impressed. Well, they heard this, and I didn't know it went everywhere. And we're very impressed that you don't have federal or state help, and you have all volunteers, no paid staff. And how does that work? And I said, because people care. People care, and they bring these things in and they say, give it away free. And we understand that some people have to charge because they use their money to help in other resources. But we're very thankful. And then the last one I talked to you about was people with the drug issues and different things. We've had a couple of calls of new facilities that have opened that have even offered help. So I don't know if you realize the community awareness that KWPC has. It's more than I knew. And I was like, well, I seen ya. And I go, oh, you mean you see me? Oh, yes. I didn't know it was out there like that, too. But thank you so much. And thank you for what you're doing.
Well, thank you for what you're doing, Pastor Sharon, because it's an important thing. You know, folks need to go to bed not hungry. And they need to have a place to sleep, too. So it's an incredible thing that you're doing as well. And we are more than happy to give you a platform to talk about it. So it is a pleasure, as always, to have you in here this morning.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to Pastor Sharon Phillips for joining us here for Moving Forward this morning on this November 15th, talking about all the things she's doing here in the community. And also about when is your guys' dinner? Is
Friday night, and it's from 5 to 7. And if they don't have a way to get their food, if they would call 563-264-5430, we will make sure that they get a plate of food to their home. And last year we went till 10:30, but this time we're starting at 2 for the shut-ins.
Excellent.
So it'll be a lot better than getting your supper at 10:30.
Right. Excellent.
There were so many.
Well, that's great. Well, thank you, Pastor Sharon, and it's been a pleasure to have you on. Again, Pastor Sharon Phillips joining us for Moving Forward, brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water. MockLink is always Muscatine's fastest internet, and gigabit speed is coming. MockLink TV beats satellite and includes video and music streaming. New subscribers, save big, and even more when you bundle. Learn more at mpw.org. Again, I'm Jordan Davis. This has been Moving Forward here on the voiceofmuscatine.com.